everyone. Welcome to Sense of Wonder Night 2025! はい、皆様、ようこそ Sense of Wonder Night 2025始まりました。
皆さん、こんにちは。
Welcome to Sense of Wonder Night 2025. Hello everyone. My name is Kiyoshi Shin, game journalist. I'm your moderator today.
そしてシンさんと一緒に MC を務めさせていただきますイザベルです。どうぞよろしくお
My
願い
name
い
is
たします。
Isabel. I'm also moderator with Shin-san today.
はい、というわけで今年も幕張メッセからお
So
届け
we
し
are
ていき
here
ますが、
in Makuhari
シンさん
Messe.
今年で
So
18回
Shin-san,
目の
this
Sense
is
of Wonder Night ですよ。
18th Sense
もう
of
子供
Wonder
いたら
Night.
成人ですよ。
So if you were a child, then the child will be adult by this year. Yes. So we have a lot of indie games. We have Indies Guide. And if you look at that, you will see the history or background of Sense of Wonder Night. 18 years is such a history. It's interesting. You know, we are living in the age of AI. How you develop game is different. So there may be some people who are looking at Sense of Wonder Night for the first time. So Shin-san, can you talk about what it is? Yes, Sense of Wonder Night is to discover new game ideas that will catch people by surprise and give them sense of wonder. Sense that something will change in their world right at the instant of seeing or hearing the concept. Thank you. This year, we had an all-time high number of entries to selected Indie 80. We had 1,365 entries from 81 countries and regions. So it is more than 1,000. And of them, 80s are selected. And also, those exhibitors to Tokyo Game Show can make entry to Sense of Wonder Night. At the end, 85 titles made entry. Out of 165, 8 are selected as finalists. So we have 8 titles. We have one game each from Australia, Germany, Switzerland, and Taiwan, and also 4 games from Japan. So Shin-san, 4 years ago, we had 286 titles. 3 years ago, more than 500. 2 years ago, more than 700. Last year, we had more than 900. And this year, we have 1,365. So it is increasing exponentially. So indie games are very popular in the world. So it is catching attention. We had a really tough judge. Yeah, I can imagine we had more than 1,300. It should be hard judge. And media is talking about indie games. So indie games are gaining popularity, and which is good. Now let me introduce finalists. Yes, the finalists are already announced. Out of this very tough competition, 8 are selected, and we try to categorize them into 2 themes. First theme is breaking existing rules. Breaking existing rules. So how we are seeing the new concepts, so you can enjoy the very new rules. So second half will be adventures in other worlds. So you will feel new sense, and you are feeling that you are making a journey in a different world. So we have these new and 2 themes, and we are going to hear 8 presentations. Yes, I look forward to all of those games. For the Sense of Wonder Night Award, the winners will get the prize, right? Yes. There are different divisions. We have technological game arts, experimental game, game design, presentation. So 5 divisions. Winner for each division will get $500 US. And of them, we will select 2. And one of them will win Audience Award Semi-Grand Prix. The winner will get $500 US. And for Audience Award Grand Prix winner, they will get 3,000 US dollars. So the foreign exchange rate is 149 yen per dollar. So $3,000 is quite big. So I'm wondering who will be the winner. And today's Sense of Wonder Night 2025 will be streamed on YouTube, X, Nico Nico, Twitch, TikTok Live, Steam. And today, Friday, 26th September, from 10 p.m. And also, this is streamed in a Chinese platform. So let's support our Sense of Wonder Night. Thank you, everyone. This is sponsored by Sony Interactive Entertainment, Nintendo, 講談社 Happynet, Playism, Hobby Japan, Iggy Indie Game Incubator, Nextone, World Map, CRI Middleware, Amakusa City, BenQ Japan, Ask, Aurin, and Zotac.
さあここでですね、もう会場の中でもピコピコ聞こえているんですけれども、ピコピコハンマーの使い方をご紹介いたしましょう。
Let's talk about how you use Pico Pico Hammer.
今日この会場にいらっしゃる皆様の責任は非常に多いです。
Those who are here, you have a great level of responsibility. Actually, we have less audience than last year. Maybe people are visiting the booth in the Tokyo Game Show. So we have less people this year. It means that each of you has greater responsibility. So Audience Award Grand Prix will be determined by you who are in this venue. Semi-Grand Prix and Audience Award Grand Prix will be determined. And so 2 games will be selected and one of them will be Grand Prix. So if you like the game, you have to swing the Pico Pico Hammer. So let's try that. So let's swing Pico Pico Hammer. I think it's working well. Yes, I do hear a big sound. Yes, people are very passionate. So what is very important is, so 2 games will go for the final, and that will be determined by the sound of Pico Pico Hammer. So games with the largest sound and also scores of the judges will select 2 games out of 8. So if you watch the presentation and if you feel the sense of wonder, please make sure you swing the Pico Pico Hammer. So out of 2 games, you will select which one should deserve Grand Prix. And if you feel sense of wonder, please do not hesitate to swing the Pico Pico Hammer. So you are feeling sense of wonder. Thank you.
8作品を選んでいただいたもう皆さん、審査員の皆さんをご紹介いたしましょう。
Now I would like to introduce judges who selected these 8 games.
はい。で株式会社 YSOP の吉田修平さん。
Mr. Shuhei Yoshida from YOSP. Yes.
NPO 法人オキュフェス高橋健二さん。
Mr. Kenji Takahashi from NPO Okiface.
ビデオゲーム忍者吊るしがラモンナフィリアさん。
Mr. Ramon Lafia from Video Game Ninja Tsushiga.
立命館大学衣笠総合研究シン・ジュヒョンさん。
Miss Juhyun Shin from 立命館 University.
動画クリエイターのポッキーさん。
Mr. Pocky Content Creator.
カラッパゲームズ大貫正文さん。
Mr. Masashi Onuki from Karappa Games.
株式会社アウリン駒形和則さん。
Mr. Kazunori Komagata from Aurin.
講談社ゲームラボ片山祐希さん。
Mr. Yuki Katayama from Kodansha.
それから今日欠席ではあるんですが、ジュアン・グリーさんに、採点を操作していただきました。
はい。 そうですね、今日ファンさん来れてないんですよね。
So, Juan
毎年来てくださって
could
ま
not
すけ
come
ど、
to
けどその代わ
the
り
event today.
お手紙お預かりしていますの
But
で、私の
we
方で
received
代
a
読させ
letter
ていただ
from
きま
him,
す。
so let me read the
Sense
letter
of
for
Wonder
you.
Night always surprised me with the great quality of the games submitted. I always enjoy reviewing them and seeing how much year-over-year game developer push the art of game design and game development forward. It is an honor to have the pleasure of reviewing games every year. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm so sorry I'm not able to be in person with you this year. Juan Grill. はい、というわけで今年来れなかったのは非常に残念そうですけれども、後からね、この配信見てくださると思いますので、
So
皆さん
he
一緒に
couldn't come
応援してください。
to the
お願いし
event,
ます。
but he will watch the event
そ
later,
し
I
て審
believe.
査で10名の審査員ということですよね。
So we have
はい、じゃあ
10
審査改め
judges,
て聞きますけ
including
ど、
Shin-san.
今年の
So
1300
Shin-san,
以上の作品の審査の
please
状
tell
況いか
us,
がでした？
you had more than 1,300.
自体はまあとにかくすごい。
How did you select these games? Well, first, if you are selected as one of the selected indie, it means that you have a good game. And also, exhibitors can make registrations for Sense of Wonder Night. So we needed to select quality game out of so many good, great games. How long did it take? Well, it depends on each judge. We had a preliminary judgment. So I can say all the judges looked at so many games. So we have finally 8 games. I can assure you they are really the greatest games that we have this year. Yes, I can imagine it was a really tough competition. It means that we have great games. So let's start the presentation of 8 games for Sense of Wonder Night 2025. Are you ready? Thank you. So please be ready for Pico Pico Hammer anytime. So we start with the first theme. Topu Pop by Topu Pop, Nyapingo by Nyapingo, Non-Virtual Reality Games by Non-Virtual Reality Games, BB Adventure by Yamamu Games. We have 4 games.
それではまずは最初の作品は From Australia, Topu Pop by Topu Pop. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Dan from Arkema in Sydney, Australia. Arkema is a core team of 3 people. We previously worked on Oscar-winning films, award-winning video games, art installations and music, raising families with small children and pet cats. Topu Pop is a love letter to the Japanese puzzle games we loved from the 1990s. Instead of controlling a falling object, you control a character. Instead of constrained to grid-based movement, you move with freestyle physics on a bungee cord. And instead of being in an abstract space, the game is set in a world with characters and stories that we can care about. Accessible so kids can play with their parents, but versatile for any mood and mix of players, from casual parties to serious esports tournaments. Thanks for having us at Sense of Wonder Night 2025.
Thank you, distinguished judges and audience, for having us at Tokyo Game Show 2025. The Sense of Wonder Night is a huge honour for us. We are a team of 3 from Sydney, Australia. And indie game development, as I'm sure you're all aware, has a lot of ups and downs. But for me, it started with a sense of wonder when I was a kid in Australia. A star fell from another world, and that star turned out to be a video game that I could not understand. But I spent time learning it, and it became my favorite game, and I shared it with all of my friends. Time passed, and as I grew, I learned that this game was part of a genre of games called falling block puzzle games. And there are so many good, enduring designs that have stood the test of time. They are as fun to play today as they were when they first came out. And they have a community of people who are so passionate. So when we were younger, being indies in the 2010s, we were each working on different kinds of indie games. But it wasn't until my friend Jez Impbox showed me this game that something sparked in my imagination. It was a falling block puzzle, and match 4 of the same color should be simple, right? But instead of controlling the puzzle piece, you control a monkey on a rope. And it should be simple, but physics. The addition of physics made even the most basic moves in the game quite difficult to achieve. Every match was an achievement. It reminded me of a game called Quap by Bennett Foddy, where you have to use physics controls to achieve basic things, and it's quite difficult. But there was something about this style of play which resonated, and it's because every folding block puzzle game exists in a loop. And when you play the game and you get into the flow, it triggers some kind of reaction in your brain where you achieve a flow state or a zen. And this is a lot like the rhythm of physics in nature, where there are expansions and contractions and ups and downs. So this stayed with me for a while, but it wasn't until I played a game called Rocket League that I understood the potential of what Jez had started to make. So Rocket League should be simple. It's soccer and cars, and you have basic controls for steering and accelerating, and all you need to do is push the ball into the goal. Simple, right? Well, it is simple enough for beginners, and the game garnered quite a following. But the difference between a beginner and a pro is the ability to control physics in mid-air. And 90% of players never achieve the pro status, and there is coaching and tournaments and enormous esports centered around this high-level skill. So we came together as a team with a mission, and that mission was to create a physics puzzle esport with player-controlled characters in mid-air, and we wanted to make it accessible to everybody. So we started with brainstorming and research. And this was a typical day working on my indie game from home with my wife. And, you know, just regular indie game development, really. But we did ask ourselves, what would it be like to be inside a puzzle game? What if it was physically real? What would it be like if people could be blocked, if they felt blocked by the falling blocks? And if you feel blocked, you have lost your flow. So in the game, the characters that you must rescue are people who have been turned into objects because they cannot move anymore. Only you can unblock them with the power of physics flow. So you are a bungee blockbuster on a bungee cord, and you must match 4 of the same color while bouncing up and down to rescue your friends. And we found that this game, it was hard at first, and we have worked very long on the game to make it accessible to anybody. So the only controls you really need are to move and to drop. There are many optional controls for advanced skills. The kinds of advanced skills that we have in the game are all about mid-air physics control. So when you make a match, the blocks start to flash, but they don't pop for a second. And in that time, you can keep moving the flashing blocks to add additional matches. On the right, you can see an expert player achieving a world record time by using the skill Aftertouch, moving the flashing blocks up in the air. So we developed procedurally generated puzzles to make puzzles from easy to difficult in a variety of different styles. And we believe we've achieved what we set out to do. It's an accessible game which is fun for everybody. It's balanced so kids and their parents can play together, but each at their own level. And we have many different game modes, from cooperative to player versus AI, and 2 versus 2 teams, which is especially fun. And we've tried to make it as relaxing or as stressful as you choose for it to be. And since we went into early access and built our community, we have had requests for crazy party mutators, things which change up the game. They add physics forces like wind or weather, like lightning. There are sticky blocks, ice blocks, explosive blocks, all kinds of different blocks, and they all change how you play. And we've found that it's working. People around the world are starting to notice Topplepop, and they understand why we love it so much. We've been so proud to share it with everybody, and thank you so much for having us here so that we can share it with you.
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。いやもう子供から大人までね誰もが楽しめそうな
Thank you. Everybody can enjoy. Kids and parents, they can all enjoy. That's a great game, and I didn't know that Dan tested a bungee cord at home.
シンさんいかがでしたでしょうか。
Shin-san, how did you find the game? This is really great, and thank you for presenting us such a great game. And this game is accessible, everyone can enjoy it. But at the beginning, when you are working on development, what was the point that you focused on? What was the most important design concept for you?
Early in development, the most important part for us was to take the complex nature of physics and like how unpredictable it can be, and turn it into something that felt as reliable as dropping Tetris blocks or Puyo Puyo. They exist on a grid, which is very reliable and predictable. Physics is anything but. So we put a lot of work into making the controls for the game feel like you can achieve your intent, while giving you enough freedom to pull off amazing acrobatic freestyle physics moves.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
それではもう一人、ポッキーさんにも感想を聞いてみたいと思います。
So I'd like to ask Pocky-san. So it's visually fun. And also, you can also allow the players to enjoy a lot of negotiation. So just watching it, it's fun. So this is an indie game, but it's close to perfection. And I'm a game developer, and if I would play, I know that I can enjoy it. And also, I can be in a really serious competition.
はい、ありがとうございました。というわけで、トップルポップの皆さんでした。ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Top Pop.
はい、続いて2作品目になります。2作品目は From Japan, ニアピンゴ by ニアピンゴ。
ニアピンゴ by ニアピンゴ。
ニアピンゴは Apple Watch で遊ぶゴルフゲームです。今いる場所がそのままゴルフコースになります。腕を振ってショット。ボールの行方に向かって歩いていきます。いつもの街並みがゴルフコースに変わります。そして歩くこと自体がゲームになる、そんな新しい体験です。いつでもどこでも気軽に遊べるゴルフゲーム、ニアピン GO。 ぜひよろしくお願いします。
はい、これから歩いて楽しむ体感型ゴルフゲーム
Thank you. Let us introduce Niapin Go. This is the game you can walk and fun. This is motion-based golf game.
Niapin Go は Apple Watch で遊ぶ
Niapin Go is the golf game you can play with Apple Watch. You can play this game only with Apple Watch. You don't need smartphone. You swing your arm and you walk to the ball. So that is the game is all about, motion-based game. So this is how you play. On the Apple Watch, you will see virtual pin, and aim at the pin, swing your arm, and you can hit the ball. And you will walk to where the ball landed. And after that, you hit the ball again. So you hit the ball and you walk. So what would it look like when you play it in Shinjuku? So the city itself becomes the golf course. So you can see that the building circled with red, that is the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's building. So we have a pin, 918 yards, par 4 golf course. So the city can be a golf course. So we developers became players of this game. We select the golf club and do the tee shot. And we check the Apple Watch to see where the ball went. After you hit the ball, you walk to the place where the ball landed. You can just walk, but it's actually the part of the game. You reach the ball and you swing. And before you know, you are playing the golf in a city. So you hit the ball towards the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's building. So it's a city, sometimes things do not go well. You have to go to the narrow path, or you have to hit the ball in front of the store. But that is fun part of the game. But you get close to the goal, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's office, and you have to hit the ball again, and you swing by, but finally you are doing putting. And you drop the putt. So you reach the goal in a big city of Shinjuku. You play the golf and you completed the golf course in Shinjuku. After you finish the course, you can enjoy your time like this. So this is how you enjoy the time as an adult. So that was the standard way of playing. But today, we can play the game here in this venue. So this is the special driving range mode we prepared specifically for Tokyo Game Show. You don't have to walk on this mode. So let's start here and let's hit the ball toward Hotel New Otani. So you can see the screen. This is what I see on my Apple Watch. So pin is set at the Hotel New Otani. How it goes? It was a great shot, actually. I'm relieved. So it went well, so I'm relieved. And this is our future plan. We would like to develop a new course where you visit tourist places in Tokyo, for instance, so you can walk around the city of Tokyo and you can enjoy golf. Another course we are planning is to go Yamanote Line. This may be your commuting line, but you can play game. And also another course is pilgrimage course of Shikoku Island. This is a long journey, but with golf, you can enjoy the journey. And you can climb Mount Fuji with this game. So you are aiming at the summit of Mount Fuji, playing golf. That was my game near Bingo. Ordinary city can be turned into your golf course. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. You made me laugh. You play and you have fun, and you watch, you have fun. And you can enjoy the reaction of people watching. Onyx-san, what did you think? So I got the opportunity to play it. It was impressive because, it's a golf. So when you hit the ball, you cannot see the screen. So actually, when you swing your arm, you have to believe in your intuition because you cannot see the screen. So it is really immersive game. So it really made sense to me. So I don't play Apple Watch game because screen is so small. But this game, the size of the screen is not obstacle. So this is such a great invention, right? So you developed this game for Apple Watch, and I heard that you don't play golf actually. So why did you select Apple Watch? So you chose Apple Watch and you came up with the golf. What was the process? Well, there are many games you can play outside of your house. But people are watching a screen, and I didn't like that. So you want to look up and play the game. So that was the first thing I really wanted to achieve. Thank you. I see the passion of Onuki-san. Thank you. Let's ask Komagata-san as well. Thank you for your presentation. So I did not have a good result of the health checkup. That's why I bought Apple Watch. So you play this game outside and you walk, and this is great for your health. But you may look suspicious outside, right? So I hope this game becomes popular so that people will recognize you playing Nia Pingo. So I hope that this game will become very popular so people will recognize it. Thank you. Thank you, Yu Ikeda and Yoshimi Kurihara. That was Nia Pingo. Thank you.
さあ続いて3作品目です。From Germany, Non-Virtual Reality Games by Non-Virtual Reality Games. Here we go.
Hey, I'm David. And I'm Lucas. Together with Bent, who isn't here today, we created Non-Virtual Reality Games. It's a project that started at the Games Master study of HAW Hamburg. Non-Virtual Reality Games is a collection of VR games that doesn't use the headset. Instead of visuals, all of our games only work through vibrations and sounds while you play in the real world. So throw away your VR headset and play the way it was always meant to be. The VR industry has been lying to you, making you believe that you actually need a headset with immersive rendering to fully experience what it's like to play virtual reality. But have you ever thought that maybe this headset is even holding you back, keeping you isolated from the real world and other people around you? What would VR freed from the headset only using the controllers look like? That's basically what our game is all about. It's a collection of games, and all of our games don't use the headset. So we don't have any visuals at all and only rely on vibrations and sounds to convey all of the information for our games while you play in the real world. Each player gets one of the controllers, which are normally meant for the left and right hand of a single user. And as these are VR controllers, they have full 3D tracking, so we know exactly where they are in space. Unlike two motion controllers, which you might know from the Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Wii, which only know their movement direction and never know where they are exactly in the space. And that's the technology that makes our games so unique. Once we've settled on this idea, we started to design our games. And that was a really fun process because there aren't many similar games we could rely on. So our main inspiration were actually childhood games we used to play on the schoolyard ourselves. And for prototyping, we didn't develop anything, but we had a third person standing right next to us who was acting as some kind of referee or simulating the game system, and two of us holding some random objects and pretending to play the game to see which movements and which things could be fun with a system like this.
Yeah, and through this process, we settled on two main game ideas. And the first one is Ghost Hunter, which is a game you play with a friend together. So, and you are tasked to catch ghosts through their vibrations. So Lucas and I are going to act it out for you so you can understand it a bit better. So with the VR controllers, we can sense the vibration of ghosts that are nearby. And as soon as one of us finds a slight vibration anywhere, like over here, we need to locate where the vibration is really the strongest. So we need to locate the strongest point of the vibration. Yeah, like here. And then we need to grab the ghost with our index finger and tear it apart. But don't worry, we only free the ghosts into afterlife. So they are free then. And oh yeah, there are 5 ghosts in total, and this is a high score game, so it's about being fast. Yeah, and if you want to beat our high score, you can play the game at our booth in the selected indie area. And the second game we developed is called Packing My Universe, which is actually based on a German children's game, which, the German name is Ich packe meinen Koffer, and it roughly translates to packing my suitcase. So in this game, you are tasked to memorize the 3D positions of planets in the space around you, but it's a bit hard to understand concept, so we will again act it out for you. So I go first, and I place the first planet. It's Venus, and I place it over here. And then it's Lucas' turn, and he needs to find Venus, and then he can place the second planet, Mars, anywhere he desires. And then we are alternating turns, so I have to find Venus again, and then Mars. And then I'm free to place the third planet in the chain, Jupiter, maybe over here. And then, it's Luca's turn again, and you can already see some kind of 3D choreography emerging from our positions. Yeah. And I would have to get a chair to get up there, so I hope you can understand how the game works as well. Yeah, and it was really interesting to design games that only work through the sound and vibrations. And in the actual game, there is actually sound, which you couldn't hear in our acting. So there's an announcer telling you what to do, and there's also like sound effects for the ghosts as well. And yeah, this way we really open up the VR technology for new kinds of groups of players. For example, really young or elderly people can play it, people who normally get motion sick from VR systems, or even blind or visually impaired players can also play these kinds of games. And what we really learned by exhibiting on VR, and especially saw here at the TGS again, is that, yeah, sometimes people just enjoy running around in the real world. So, yeah.
And that's why you don't need a VR headset. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dankeschön. はい。なんか体使うゲーム多いですね。続いてますね。
まさにアイディアが素晴らしい。
So we have many games that require your actual move of your body. So Takahashi-san, how did you find this game? First, congratulations. Your work is actually the very first VR game that became the finalist.
やはり自分もバーチャルリアリティの
So I'm involved in virtual reality. I create a software of virtual reality. And I always wonder when we can. My biggest question is when you decided not to use a headset. What happened to you?
So at least for me, I developed VR games before with the headset, and just from a development standpoint, it's very tedious to code, put on the VR headset, see, oh, nothing is working, put it off again, code again, and do this process over and over. And we really like virtual reality and the tracking technology, but not this process. And so we just threw it away and just use the controllers.
その気持ちはよくわかります。
I can relate to that.
So I wanted to say I have played your game. It is super fun. It's super nice to see that it works so properly. So this localization in 3D is very simple, and you have made it simple that it's perfect. The only problem, as we have seen, is that you need the cameras, I don't know how to say, the Vive sensors. So not all the people has these things at home, but it's very good for places like this that you can bring it to the parties, you can go to places, and I encourage you to make more games, because 2 only is few. So the more the better. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
はい、ありがとうございました。もう審査員の2人もすごいテンションが上がってて、
Thank you. Our judges are really excited because this game really makes you get excited. Thank you, David and Lucas.
はい、続いて4作品目に参りましょう。4作品目は From Japan BB Adventure by Yamamu Games. Let's go!
皆さんこんにちは。
Hello everyone, my name is Okazaki from Yamamu Games. I'm an IT engineer working for a company, and game development is my hobby. It's my this is what I like. It's like to give shape to my idea. I developed a device to check if your pants zipper is open or closed, and we developed the game with a fish card game. I developed BB Adventure. You use balance ball and you try athletics course. This is motion-based game. You can move your body and enjoy the game. So this is good for your health. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Okazaki. I developed BB Adventure. So this is ordinary balance ball. This is the DualSense gamepad for PS5. Just like this, you bounce on a balance ball and you can move in the game. So I wanted to do RTA, but it will take time, so I will just do it, but not finish it maybe. So I have 120 seconds, so balance ball moves and controller moves, so you can move in the game. So I have to avoid hammers. So I'm doing good this time. So I hope I can get to the top of the hill. I want to finish it in 1 minute or so. So I think I can get there. So I will stop here. Yeah. So let me start my presentation. Once again, thank you for this opportunity. So this is BB Adventure. This is an immersive game where you conquer courses using a balance ball, just an ordinary balance ball. This is how to play. You buy balance ball first, and you sit on it, holding the gamepad, and you bounce. And with the accelerometer, you can move or you can jump. You may be wondering why I chose a balance ball. I think you can relate to this. You have a lot of training equipment that you are not using. I thought that maybe I can make a good use of these equipment. And I thought about using a specialized device, but I decided not to do that because I wanted many people as possible to get to play it. I chose balance ball because of the ease of implementation and availability. So I explored the direction of the game. Along the way, I tried a couple of directions. Finally, I chose the motion-based game, action game, because you can immerse yourself. This is about sensor. You move, the controller and character in the game moves. Actually, it took a while, a year and a half. I tried smartphone first instead of game controller. But I had a trouble with connection, and I put the smartphone in a pocket, and it was difficult to move. And I used controller. Then it worked well because I can move. And by the way, don't you think the vibration of the balance ball is similar to that of the spring? That's what I thought, and that was really the case. So the period of spring vibration or balance ball can be changed by some factors. So this is the accelerometer and immersion. So for 2 axes, you can balance your body. For jump, I focused on responsiveness with the low latency. And also, I developed a game where the ball lands earlier than actual jump. And this is what I thought about. When there's a flat floor, it's okay. But when there are stairs, then we have to prevent tripping. And it was simple. But when you jump off the top of the stairs, 1 period is not enough. So I failed to land on the ground. I solved that with the shorter period so that you can land on the ground. So I tried a lot of things, and finally I achieved synchronization. To summarize, you can play BB Adventure with the ordinary balance ball, and to immerse yourself, I tried a lot of things around the sensor. So you can play BB Adventure and you can exercise. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
バランスボールって意外とみんな持ってたりするんですよね。
So, many people do have balance ball, but some of you may not use it often.
なりがちなんでゲームしてると。
When you play games, you don't go outside much, but you can exercise at home. Katayama-san, what did you think? It was a great presentation. Thank you very much. I bought a balance ball a while ago, but I don't use it. It is outside. And now this is a great opportunity to get to use it again. And you show it. So I think this is a good game for RTA or time attack. So I was wondering if the weight matter. If you weigh more, you can do better. So does weight matter for doing the doing the game again? So the max speed is the same, but distance after the jump could be affected by the weight of the person. If you weigh more, maybe you can jump longer, but I can do better. I think I can do better around that. Well, that would be fun if the heavy person doing the RTA. That would be fun. Thank you.
じゃあ高橋さんお願いします。
Takahashi-san, what did you think?
実は自分も Wii の頃に加速度センサー
So
を使った
I tried accelerometer using
めん
Wii.
どくさいというか使いづらいですよね。
It requires a lot of work. It's not easy to do.
電の中でいっぱい聞きながら胃がキリキリ
So
というのを
so
体験しておりました。本当に
your presentation, I was able to relate to it. So thank you for coming up with a great game. Thank you.
ぜひ皆さん遊んでみてください。
So I hope everyone gets to play that. It was BB Adventure by Shingo Okazaki. Thank you.
さあ、シンさん、あっという間に前半の4作品が終わったんですけど、シンさんいかがでした？
So we heard a presentation of 4 games. What did you think? Yes, they were brand new games, very unique ideas, and teams came up with the very good technologies. That's right. It may look simple, but there are a lot of technologies into it. So it's not only about idea. It was the technology to make it happen. Yes, thank you. So for the interest of time, let's move on. 4 games. And its theme is Adventures in Other Worlds. So these are the 4 games. Deep Space Exploration by Latent Entertainment, World Game by World Game, and Roger by Thierry Han Studio, Time Flies by Playables. So let's move on to the second half.
新宇宙探査 by ラテントエンターテインメントです。Let's go!
全員の皆さん聞こえていますか？船長が死亡したと思われます。この中に犯人がいないことを願っていますよ。ナビゲーター AI ミランダ再起動しました。皆さんで犯人を探してください。私がサポートしましょう。こんなこと言いたくないですか？あなた嘘ついていませんか？ああ、やはりあなたでしたか。
皆さんはじめまして、新宇宙探査というゲームを一人で作っています。実はゲームを作るのが初めてなのでとても名誉だと思っています。
Deep Space Exploration. This is my very first work. I'm very honored to be here today. Thank you.
はい。このゲームはナビゲーター AI ミランダ。
So this game has navigator AI called Miranda, and the players play the game working with Miranda and find the culprit. So this is a murder mystery game. There are 2 players, and it can be worked on iOS. The character Miranda can be operated on iOS. We use analog maps and a card that shows evidence. Using these tools, Miranda and two players have conversation to find the truth. So when you talk about murder mystery, have you ever played this genre of game? Normally, there are a couple of players and they solve the mystery, cooperating each other. But normally, such a murder mystery is made for a large group, and it's not easy to find members to play with, and also to understand and read the background of the mystery is not easy. So it's not very easy to get involved in the game. So I thought that maybe I could make something easier and more simple. And this character, Miranda, is a player and also a moderator of the game. And that made it easy for us to get involved in the world of the game. And I wanted to make the game that could be enjoyed by a small group too. So here I would like to show how we play the game. You see two people, they are players. From the back, we took the picture, and between them, in the center, you can see the smartphone, and the Miranda is there. And the smartphone screen is shown above.
副船長のルースが現状報告してくれ。
はい、船長のアランが死亡したと思われます。彼は貨物室に倒れているようです。
船長が死亡している？なぜだ？何があった？
はい、こんな感じでプレイヤーと今
AI で出てきた and a character generated by AI, chat, and the story goes on. I showed you the very first scene of the story. So this was about the conversation, but through the game you can also use other tools such as a card with a QR code. You can show this card to the character, and you at times can get special information. In this way, you can combine conversation and the use of tools such as card. So in the video that I showed earlier, you may have an impression that we could have a smooth conversation, but to reach that point, we had to struggle. At the beginning, we wanted Miranda to be the moderator and the player, and we thought that that would make it easier for players to enjoy the game, but to make it possible for Miranda to have a smooth conversation with us was a challenge, because Miranda at times picked up the noise so easily.
でもこれなんで？どういうこと？これ途中でなるほど切っちゃうんですね。今喋っちゃうと。
はい、こんな感じで、ちょっと面白いこと、ずれた面白いことも言ってくれたりするんですけれども。
Sometimes Miranda said something really strange or funny.
だから進んでいくっていうのは結構難しくて苦労しました。
But we needed to agree anyway to move forward, and that was a challenge. And also, some players said that it was hard to understand when to talk to Miranda. So we added a signal to invite the players to start to talk. When the signal is red, it's better to stop talking, and when the signal is blue, then it's all right to talk to Miranda. So this is based on the conversation. And our ideas are that the game can be played by smartphone, so you don't need much time to prepare for the game. And you can also play it in a smaller group, so you can find other players relatively easy. This is not launched yet, but I hope that many people will like this game. I would like to show you the works that gave me inspiration. Before creating the game, I was working on a robot, so I was very much inspired by the movies related to robots. So now we got the game based on AI. We are very excited to hear the feedback of Judge Komagata-san. Thank you for your presentation. I myself played this game. And when AI came to the world, I actually don't have friends, so I had a long conversation with AI, and I actually know how fun it is to continue conversation with AI. And here you speak with Miranda, and you draw the answers and the tips. I feel the future, the great future in this game. But can you replay this game? Are you going to change the story? For the murder mystery, normally you can play just once. That's a limitation, or that can be the source of fun. Because when you play once, you can know who the culprit is. Then you don't want to. You are not going to play it again. But that's fun. But in this case, you can have the conversation with Miranda. But that's just a one-time conversation. You can enjoy that. Sounds good, and I would like to continue to support your game. So, Katayama-san, please. Thank you for your great presentation. So AI means that you can combine digital and analog. You have many elements, and also you refer to the Seaman, the old game. So you had a great experience or having fun through the old game, and such old fun experience is also incorporated just like heritage, and that sounded great, and I'm looking forward to seeing this game being launched. Yes, actually I'm looking for some members to work with me. Thank you, Yoshizawa-san. It was deep space exploration.
続いて6作品目です。From Taiwan, Word Game by Word Games. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Kai from Team 9. We're a creative studio from Taiwan. Our members come from different fields, none with game experience. By chance, we began Word Game, and with much support, we've come this far. For us, games are more than fun. They are a way to present the world, and also a way to look at the world differently. We're glad to be at Tokyo Game Show, and honored to be selected for Sense of Wonder Night.
Hi guys, I'm Kai from Taiwan. As I introduced, I always say it's a good journey of making a word game, but I never expected this game based on the Chinese character can lead us to list a great platform in Japan. So now I want to introduce our localizer, Sekai. Without him, we cannot be here, and without him, we cannot have this game in the Japanese version. So please, thanks to Sekai to introduce this game.
では皆さんこんにちは。フライハイワークスのコウと申します。
Hello everyone, my name is Ko from Fly High Works. I would like to talk about Japanese version of Word Game. So this game was created by Team 9 using Chinese characters. I was responsible for localization of this game into Japanese version. So today we are going to present Word Game Japanese version. Original Chinese version was released 3 years ago. Now we have more than 5,000 reviews, 93 positive feedbacks, and I think it is quite popular. I'm not sure. And then let me talk about Japanese version. So this is the game using nature of letters. It was thought that it would be difficult to localize that into different language, but it was very hard. It was like playing Kotoba no puzzle, Moji Pittan in hell, but we were able to localize that into Japanese version. I would like to briefly talk about Word Game in 3 sentences. It's about using letters to change your destiny, game to make impossible possible. This is Shin, or new text adventure. So the catch copy is to use letters and change destiny. So you play ware, or I, or me, and you enter the world of letters. You intervene the letters and you change it so that you can make progress. For example, you will find word "kano" meaning impossible. This sword can delete "fu" means in. So you can make impossible possible. So the genre of this game is Shin Text Adventure or New Text Adventure. It means that the letters or characters do adventures. And I thought just by putting Shin, it will sound cool, like Shin Evangelion or Shin Godzilla. So this game, characters, cities, battles, everything is made of characters or letters. So you can delete characters, push it, draw it, combine them, decompose them, and you can make changes. For instance, let's say you find a letter mon, meaning gate. You can open the gate. And you can use this item called delete sword. You can delete characters, and you can change sentence, and you are no longer trapped inside. Also, you can find item called push glove. You can push characters and you make some change or not. And another item, Spirit Met. This is the magical item. With this helmet, you can combine the letters. You can change the world. And you can play with characters in this game. So we have actually a lot of them. Purpose of this story is to take over Dark Bahamut and save the princess. And what will be the result? And I cannot really spoil the game, so this is what we heard from users. So one of them say the person was impressed after completing the game, and another person say, he thought that what is it at the beginning, what is it in the middle, and after completing the game, he thought what is it. And also another person says he likes the word game, and another person was really impressed. So this is the simple game, just playing with the characters, but they say, what is it? You may be interested in what they saw, what they experienced. So if you have not played this word game, please get to play the game, and that will make us happy. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. So you can study kanji, Chinese characters, and I'm not sure how the people outside of Japan can enjoy the game, but what did you think? Thank you. 3 years ago, I saw the Chinese version in one of the summits, and what I saw was Chinese characters all over the screen. And I thought, what is it? And ware, I or me, is the main character. And when you reach the mon, gate, you can open the gate. And Ko-san was there, right? And you said that you want to localize this game. And you said that you were not sure if you could do it. And Kai-san or the team in the studio are not fluent in Japanese, I guess. And grammars are very different between Chinese and Japanese. So I believe you needed to do a lot. So it's kind of the new game. So when you do the localization, to what extent did you communicate with the creators? Yes, we had a lot of communication with the creators. So every change I made was based on their approval, their understanding. So they didn't say no to the change I made. So everything is based on their approval, agreement. Thank you, great job. And this is not only the unique idea, but this is about the uniqueness of the character as well. So the diagonal, there's a character called italic, and when the character walks, the character changes its font, and looks like it is the elderly man. So it is very nuanced, but it is a very detailed world. So I was impressed by that. Thank you. So it was Word Game by Paul-san and Kai-san. Thank you.
はい、続いて7作品目です。From Japan 誰彼 by ティアリーハンドスタジオです。どうぞ。
皆さんこんにちは。ヨナと申します。講談社ゲームクリエイターズラボの支援を受けながらゲーム制作をしています。誰彼は人の認識の歪みを体験するインタラクティブノベルです。プレイ時間は1時間。この1時間の間にゲームならではの特別な物語体験を詰め込みました。今作ではゲームシステムとストーリーテリングをうまく融合させることができたと思っています。今回はこの誰彼においてどんな工夫をしたのかについてお話ししたいと思います。
こんにちは。緊張しています。
I'm a little nervous. Thank you. I'm the creator of And Roger, Yona. I would like to talk about And Roger. First, a note of caution. This presentation contains details that delve into the story. If you wish to experience the game completely fresh, I'm afraid you'll have to cover your ears. Thank you for your understanding. So why must I explain the story? Because And Roger is a work where the game and the story are deeply intertwined. Today, I intend to discuss this aspect as thoroughly as possible. In this game, the only action the player can take is to operate this round button. For example, judging from this situation, the girl is about to brush her teeth, but she has picked up 2 toothbrushes. There are only 4 buttons here with no explanation whatsoever. So you must press each button one by one, confirming the action as you proceed. Players must engage their minds slightly to perform these everyday, extremely simple tasks. You might wonder why we deliberately present such simple actions in a deliberately difficult way. There is a clear reason for this. This is because this story is told from the perspective of someone with dementia. This distorted clock also represents the symptom of difficulty reading the time. I imagine many who played are wondering why we made a game about dementia. To answer that, my grandmother had dementia, and my mother lived with muscular dystrophy while my father battled ALS. Having family members with serious illnesses and experiencing bereavement were very real parts of my life. This personal experience made me feel there was something I could convey through my work, which was a major catalyst. When embarking on this project, I felt it was essential to gain a deeper understanding of the emotions experienced by those with dementia. One of the books I read was called Who Will Be When I Die? The author, Christine Borden, has Alzheimer's. She describes in her own words the difficulties of daily life from the perspective of someone with dementia. The stages of dementia progression described in this book differ slightly from those in this work, so I couldn't apply them directly. However, considering the book's content, I felt I could understand a little more about the response behind and the feelings behind actions by people with dementia. This is a meal scene from the game. As before, buttons move around without explanation. To proceed, you must perform 3 actions in the correct order: to pick up the spoon, scoop the food, and bring it to your mouth. This represents apraxia in dementia. It expresses how difficult it is to remember the location of the food and what you currently hold while combining and executing a sequence of actions. And Roger is talking about dementia, but this is not a game of dementia. The story is expressed by the game. This is what we wanted to do. The story has to be told through the game. Now, what is the most important thing is this notion that the gameplay itself becomes a language. For example, in this scene, with someone, the character is cooking. This someone is writing the recipe down. The player is trying to cut the carrot. After several attempts, it turns out that it's such a difficult, but at some point, a hand reaches out and adds a line. This is a short line, but with it, the player manages to slice the carrot. Both the protagonist and the player feel as if they are cooking, but in reality, the supporter of the game is giving assistance to the character. This is a situation that requires a lot of words, but it can be expressed as an experience, as an art appealing directly to the player. By letting play take the place of words, the story gains layers of meaning between the lines. This allows the player time to reflect on their own past experience, enabling them to discover depth within the story. I firmly believe that there are unique ways of storytelling and communication that are not discovered and remain dormant, and I believe games can truly enrich players in a profound way. That's all of my presentation. Thank you for giving me such a great opportunity. Thank you. This is such a sweet story and makes me warm. So I would like to get some comments from judges, but we don't have much time. So I would like to find some time later to get the comments. Actually, we have time. So I would like to invite Pokki-san. Thank you. I played myself and I made a video of my playing, and I was shocked when I noticed what I was playing. Actually, you can know more while you play. You will get notice what you will notice what you are actually doing. And I have a question. In each scene, you use different colors, and all those colors are very nice. And what was the selection of the color? How did you select the color? Thank you for playing. This game has 3 chapters, and I thought that I could tell 3 different stories of 3 different people, and to make the difference among them, I used different colors to show, for example, this is a sad scene. So that's how you selected the color. Thank you. Yoshida-san? So I've played games for 50 years or so, and actually when I played this game, I was very moved. I got moved, and I had to cry in the past, but just for 2 works, and this is the 3rd work that made me cry. At the beginning, I didn't know that this story was about dementia, and I was playing, and I learned that this was about dementia. So I got moved even more, and actually I thought that really this presentation was moving. So this was Roger. Thank you, Yomi-san.
続いて8作品目になります。8作品目は、From Switzerland, Time Flies by Playarables. Let's go!
Hi, my name is Michael Fry. Some of you might know my works Plug and Play or Kids. My newest project is a collaboration with Rafael Nunez. We hope you like it. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's talk about Time Flies. The premise of the video game is very simple. When you start the game, you're greeted with this screen. The game tries to guess where you are and shows you the life expectancy in years of the country you are playing the game from. The data is from the World Health Organization. We convert the years to seconds. Japan has the longest life expectancy in the world, so that's easy mode. And you can choose from other countries to make it a little bit more difficult. So let's start playing. You are a fly. On the top left corner, you notice the time you have. And you can fly and explore the world. When we travel, the timer counts down. Whenever we approach something to interact with, we switch to a close-up and the timer pauses. The first interaction reveals a bucket list. These are all the things you want to do before you die. We just learned an instrument. The goal is to complete all your life goals within one lifetime. After each run, you can try again, try another country with a new fly. Let's talk about the art style. Well, this is the character design. It's very minimal. So most of the time you're just one annoying pixel moving around. But one single meaningless fly can do a lot of meaningful things in the world, even if we're just a pixel. When we were designing the game, the goal was that every interaction the fly has with the world feels intuitive and satisfying. All animations in Time Flies are hand-drawn with a laptop touchpad. And while the visuals look very simple, it wasn't very simple to make them work. So the game might have a few more layers to it than you think. But to me, the main character in Time Flies is not even the fly itself, it's the world that develops throughout the game. The first space you explore we call the house. It's also the kind of the level that we show at Tokyo Game Show. It consists of a bedroom, a living room, corridor, kitchen, and so on. So it's quite an ordinary home. And once you complete the bucket list in the house, you move on to a second level. Oops, sorry. The second level is an art gallery. this space is a little less ordinary than the first one. You also get the bucket list to complete, but also a lot of art to enjoy. The third level is the sewer. This space doesn't only look a little different, it also works a little differently too. Most of the objects interact with are moving, floating on the surface of a stream. The fourth and last level is called the end. In the end, life becomes a bit more introspective. So this space looks as ordinary as the first level, but the surreal hides just beneath its surface. So it took us 4 years to make these 4 levels. A waste of time. But it takes you probably less than 2 hours to reach the very end of the game, so that's less a waste of time, I hope, if you're a successful fly. But there's one more piece to the puzzle. Actually 12 pieces that are hidden throughout the world, because for some of you, life might not be about reaching goals, but about solving puzzles. And that's Time Flies, a short game about life and making the best out of the time we have, because we are all going to die, eventually. Not today, I hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Time flies の fly っていろんな意味がありましたね。
Time flies. Flies can mean many things. Thank you. Let's hear from Judge Ramon-san.
Okay, thank you very much. I have played your game, and it reminds me several things I have played, like Untitled Goose Game, Mr. Mosquito, and games like that. But my real question is, how do we arrive to say, okay, I'm going to make a game about living as a fly?
I think it didn't even really start as a fly. Like, it was COVID, and I was sitting at home, and I didn't know what to do with my life. And I bought the television, and the television had a dead pixel on it, and that really annoyed me. It was a 4K television, so 8 million pixels were on this television. Just one annoyed me. And during the same time in Switzerland, were like 8 million people, and 40 people had died just during that day of COVID. And there was like something wrong with that. So I felt like I should make a game about one annoying pixel.
Thank you very much.
はい、シンさんお願いします。
Thank you, Shin-san. It was a great game. So I tried to play the game, not doing a bucket list, just watching a TV. But you only have a limited time, and many things could be uncompleted. So it's great opportunity to think about what your life is about. So everyone, please get to play the game as a fly to think about yourself and your life. Thank you. Let's be a fly. That's a great line. Thank you. So that was Time Flies by Michael. Thank you.
これで8作品すべてのプレゼンテーションがあっという間に終わったんですけれども、
all the presentation is down for 8 works. How did you find them, Shin-san? So today, in today's presentation, so we listened to a lot of stories, and it was a really interesting way. But there are many patterns. Some use the body, some use the mind, and some made a story that moved us. It might be difficult for you to judge, and I'm really interested to know what's going to happen, what is going to be decided. So before the award is determined, we will take some time for judgment. But first, we would like to organize award ceremony for the Pocky Award. Pocky-san, please come to the stage. Thank you.
Pocky-san, このポッキー賞というのは
Pocky-san, this Pocky Awards, what are they? This year, I have my YouTube channel to show myself playing the game. So I want to explain, I want to present the games that I like playing and also the games that will be fun to watch. So this year, you also will give the Pocky Award.
まず、どっち一つ目は何でしょうか。
So first award. So I am going to read. So the first winner is Parking Together. Congratulations. If you are in this room, please come to the stage.
おめでとうございます。
Congratulations.
T シャツまでちゃんとパーキングトゥゲザー。
You're wearing the Parking Together T-shirt. That's great.
そして、2つ目なんですけれども、2つ目
Now
は
I would like to announce the second winner, Word Game. Please come to the stage.
そして3つ目が
And the third winner is Warashi Unrealistic Estate Co.
そしたらポッキーさんにですね、
So Pocky-san, all the winners on the stage, when all the winners are on the stage, please explain what were so interesting about their games.
じゃあまず順番にパーキングトゥゲザーさんから。
So let's start with Parking Together.
一人が指示して一人がプレイするっていうゲームがもともと好きだったんで。
So I originally liked the game where there is one person to instruct and then one person to play. So when I learned Parking Together, I thought it should be interesting, and also game itself was very exciting. It was a good game.
トロフィーの方をぜひお渡しください。
So trophy is given to Parking Together creator. Congratulations.
ちょっとコメントもいただけますかね。せっかくな
Can
ので。
we have your comment?
はい、この度はこのような
Thank you.
本当にありがとう
Thank
ご
you
ざいます。
for giving me such a great award. Our team is a startup. We just went independent, and this is the very first award that we won, and we all like, the team members all like watching the live streaming of gameplay. And during the game, we would like to make a game that makes the watchers and the players continue laughing all night long. That was the very first concept we had when we started building this game. We released last year, and it's great that we could have a great reaction, and also we could have the distribution of video live streaming of some gamers, and that's a really great achievement for us, and we are very grateful. And we wanted to make a fun game, and from this perspective, we believe we could win this award, and we are very happy.
はい、で2つ目がワードゲームさんです。
The second winner is creator of a word game, Pocky-san.
そうです
various characteristics of this game. Yes, as we discussed earlier, the game is filled with letters. And I myself played, and this was really amazing, and it's made me surprised so many times because you indeed managed to make such a game. So the trophy is given to the creator of a word game. So can you share your thoughts with us? Thank you for giving us this award. Pocky-san, you are the one who always live stream the game. And I have to make it clear, we never prohibit you showing how you play this game. Rather, I would like to encourage you to play. The third winner is the creator of Warashi Unreal Estate. Actually, it's interesting that you can look for the real estate that really exists in Tokyo. And the game is fun, and I like horror game, and I wanted to select one horror game. And I picked Warashi and Real Estate. Congratulations. Please give us your comment. I'm really happy. Our company is still young. We just started our activity a year ago, and we wanted to make a great game that will make it possible for us to cooperate with live streamers. And I would like to continue this taking approach, and I would like to continue to work with people like Pocky-san. I'm really excited. Thank you. Congratulations.
はい、というわけでポッキーさんこの3作品、選んでいただいたんですけれども、
You selected those 3 works,
動画を公開いただ
and
け
you
るという
played the game, and you are going to show the video of your playing, right? Yes, that's right, and those videos are available on my YouTube channel. Congratulations, thank you, thank you.
集計が完了したようなので、アワー
So
ド
I
の
think
購入
we have results. So let's announce an award. So let's move to the center of the stage.
結果出るの早かったですね。
So it didn't take much to get the results. Last year we had troubles, but we learned a lesson and we are doing better this year. So let's announce our awards. Let's start with this one.
アワードは5種類あるんですけれども、
So there are 5 awards. Best Technological Game Award. So Shin-san, please make an announcement. Best Technological Game Award goes to
BB Adventure です。
BB Adventure. Please come to the stage. Congratulations. So Shin-san is going to hand over the trophy to the winner. Congratulations. And this is the prize. So I would like to have a few words from the judge. Katayama-san, please. Yes, thank you. So this is the great game for a diet as well. It was a good game, great game, and to make it happen, you used a lot of technologies. So combination of idea and technology. So this game deserves this Best Technological Game Award. So congratulations. Thank you. So let's move on to the next one. Next award is Best Arts Award. Best Arts Award goes to and Roger. Congratulations. So it was a really impressive story. So this is the trophy for you. Congratulations. And then this is the prize. Congratulations. So while we are taking a picture, let's hear from one of the judges. Pocky-san, please. Yes. So this was the game I really recommended. So congratulations. So when I'm doing live streaming, there are some games that have a lot of positive comments, and Roger was one of them. So congratulations. Thank you. Okay, next award is Best Experimental Game Award. Shin-san, please. Yes, Best Experimental Game Award goes to Non-Virtual Reality Games. So, the non-virtual reality games, this was new type of the game. That is your trophy. Congratulations. And this is the prize. So we took a picture. So let's move on. So we are running behind the schedule, but thank you very much.
Next, we would like to announce the winner of the Best Game Design Award. The award goes to Word Game. Word Game, congratulations. Please come forward. Congratulations. Here's your trophy. Thank you. And congratulations. Now we announce the Best Presentation Award. The Best Presentation Award goes to Andy Roger. Andy Roger won 2 awards. Congratulations. The trophy is handed over, and this is your award. Congratulations. Thank you.
So we are moving on to last hours. So now we are getting serious. So Shin-san, you have to get serious. I'm nervous. So this is Audience Award Grand Prix. So we select 2 games for the final, for the Grand Prix. So let's announce these 2 games. Shin-san, please. So I use my ear sensor to hear your pico pico hammer sound, and on top of that, we take into account the scores from the judges. So the first one is Niapin Go. Congratulations. So let me announce the second game. Second one is End Roger. Congratulations. So now we have 2 finalists. And Shin-san is going to read out the game title, and the audience will swing pico pico hammers. So you play very important role. So you swing pico pico hammer to only either of the 2 games. Only one, not both of them. So you have to choose one of these 2 games, and you swing pico pico hammer. Is it going to be Niapin Go or End Roger? Are you ready? So let's read out the first one, Niapin Go. If you think Niapin Go deserves Grand Prix for Sense of Wonder Night, please swing pico pico hammer.
りがとうございます。
Okay, thank you.
はい。では2つ目の
Okay,
誰からだと思う
next.
方。
If you think and Roger deserves the Grand Prix, please swing Pico Pico Hammer. That's difficult.
これなんか力加減もありますよね。
Well, you know how strong you swing matters.
もう一回やりましょうか。
Should we do that again?
もう一回やりましょうか。なんか
Yeah, let's do that again.
全力で振ってくださいね。各
So please make sure you swing the hammers with all of your power. So, near pin go.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you.
誰からの方。
And Roger.
そうありましたね。
I think we have the result.
ですか？
はい。
Yes. Do you think this is the final answer? Yes. So which one is it?
誰からです
So
ね。
Grand Prix goes to And Roger. And Roger. Congratulations.
まずはセミグランプリ
So
の
first, we recognize Semi Grand Prix.
したいと思います。じゃあニアピンゴの
So the winner of Semi Grand Prix goes to Near Pin Go.
あ、そうですね。プレゼンター大貫さんですね。じゃあ
So presenter is Onuki-san. Onuki-san, please hand over the trophy to the winners.
おめでとうございます。
Congratulations. So how do you feel?
そうですね。若い方々がすごい
Well,
受賞されてて羨ましいなと思ってます。
so
業界
I
10年目ですけ
was
ど
jealous about young winners. This is my 20th year in this industry, but I will try harder. Congratulations.
さあそしていよいよグランプリのトロフィーをお渡ししたいと思い
Now
ます。
we are ready to hand over the trophy of Grand Prix. Presenter is Pocky-san.
はい、誰からの。
おー、トロフィーが大きい。
To And Roger, creator Yona-san. Congratulations. This is your award. The award is $3,000. You've taken enough pictures.
はい、今のお気持ちいかがですか。今日は結構賞
So,
取
how do you feel? You won many awards. I'm just so happy.
はい、これからも頑張ってください。ありがとうございました。
And keep going. Thank you and congratulations.
はい、というわけで、無事にグランプリも決まりました。
Now we could find the Grand Prix winner and all the winners. Congratulations. And the finalists and judges, please come to the stage.
じゃあグランプリを受賞された方は真ん中にお集まりいただいて、セミグラン
So
プリと
please come to the center. The Grand Prix winners, please come to the center. Grand Prix and semi Grand Prix winners are in the center, and then all the finalists are on the stage too.
あ、大丈夫です。立ったままなんで今のところ大丈夫ですかね。
You can just keep standing, and we. Oh, do you think we can make two lines or come to the center? Maybe you can say something or you can smile.
じゃあそれではですね、シンさん、
はい、
18回目の
Shin-san, this is the 18th Sense of Wonder night. So Shin-san, how did you find this year's presentation? I actually want to give the awards to all the finalists, and they all expanded the possibility of games, and it was nice to see those games, and also made me think a lot when I watched and played the games. And the time flew indeed, And also, we are already looking forward to seeing the next year's award ceremony. Now, all the participants, congratulations. And we brought this program from Makuhari Messe, and all the audience, all the viewers, judges, participants, thank you, and see you again next year at the Tokyo Game Show. Thank you. This program was brought by PlayStation, Nintendo, Kodansha, HappyNet, Playsm, Hobby Japan, Iggy Game Incubator, Nextone, World Map, CRI Middleware, Amakusa City, BenQ Japan, Ask, Aurin, Zotac.